Property prices in many well-renowned parts of Europe are rising day by day. It's getting harder than ever to purchase real estate, especially if you're looking for a second home or a place to settle down. However, there are still a plethora of places where one can snag a hot deal. Some of these places might be on off the beaten path, but they provide a more authentic European experience. The places mentioned in this video are some of the cheapest to buy property in Europe, either for retirement, investment, or a permanent base. All of these places are ranked according to their median home listing prices, which was accumulated through their local realtor websites. Additionally, we will also display the annual tax rate and the capital value tax of all the places listed in this video. Furthermore, all of these places allow foreign nationals to invest in their real estate market. So, without further ado, here are 12 cheapest places to buy property in Europe. Number 12. Piran, Slovenia. Most of Slovenia is landlocked, except for this region that stretches out to the Adriatic Sea. Property in this part of the country is very diverse, with small inland detached houses that cost around $150,000 to $250,000, and old rustic apartments in the town itself that cost $100,000 to $300,000, but most of them require thorough renovations. The main town of Piran boasts a colorful main square, medieval walls, a bustling harbor, and lots of great seafood restaurants to choose from. It can serve as a great retreat for those who want to buy retirement or vacation property by the sea with all amenities and services. Additionally, property taxes in Slovenia are buyer-friendly, with annual property tax around 0.1% and CVT, also known as transfer tax, around 2%. Number 11. Dalmatia, Croatia. Dalmatia is one of the most appealing regions in Croatia. It lies on a narrow belt of the east shore of the Adriatic Sea. Most of the major cities like Zadar, Split, and Dubrovnik are located here. Overall, there's a lot of potential for property buyers here, from stone houses by the sea, beautiful villas, houses on the hills, and properties with the possibility of homesteading. On the downside, prices of property are increasing very fast in region, especially if it's located near a tourist city. And the offer of such real estates is getting smaller because of great demand, both for personal needs and for the purpose of renting to tourists. Nonetheless, it's still very affordable when compared to other parts of Europe, with an average median home listing price of $170,000. Number 10. Paphos, Cyprus. Paphos is a lovely coastal city in the southwest of Cyprus. It has good infrastructure and amenities, from shopping malls and shops to modern hospitals and decent road connections. Its international airport is just a 15-minute drive from the town center, and a modern highway links the Paphos district to the whole of Cyprus. Being such a desirable place, property prices in Paphos are somewhat higher, but still very affordable when compared to mainland Europe, with prices ranging from $120,000 for a house with access to the sea to luxury beachside villas costing millions. However, if you want to rent before deciding whether to buy, a one-bedroom apartment or small house can be let for $800 a month. Plus, there's a lot of lush green countryside in the area, and one can get a mid-sized freestanding house near its villages. Number 9. Crete, Greece. Crete is the largest and most populated of the Greek islands. It's practically a country in its own right. The island offers all the services and amenities that mainland Greece has to offer, not to mention the attractions that go with island living, including world-class beaches, seaside tavernas, and a relaxed vibe. They're all evident here. When it comes to buying property here, there's a vast selection on offer. For city dwellers, there are 3 major cities to choose from, and for those who enjoy tranquility, it has an extensive countryside where property prices are dirt cheap. Nonetheless, the average property price on the island is roughly around $150,000, and the annual tax rate is below 0.3%. Overall, the island is considered to be extremely safe with very low crime rates, and there's a huge foreign community residing on the island. Number 9. Bar, Montenegro. Located in the south of Montenegro is Bar, a picturesque coastal city. It's often overshadowed by the Budva Riviera and the Bay of Kotor on the Montenegrin coast. Nonetheless, Bar is much cheaper compared to other cities for property, food and drinks, and many other supplies. On top of all this, there are more houses for sale in Bar, especially in its inland area. The prices vary depending on location and quality of the building, but generally, they are less expensive compared to other areas along the coast. 2 3-bedroom houses start at $120,000, while 1-bedroom apartments in new buildings close to the sea start at $65,000, and 2-bedroom apartments sell for around $95,000. All things considered, it is perfect for beach lovers as there are more than 25 miles of coast and this region has natural white sand beaches that stretch for kilometers at a time. Number 7. Andalusia, Spain. Andalusia is the land of bullfighting and flamenco, historic towns, picturesque scenery, and sandy beaches. It's the most populous of Spain's regions and has the second largest land area. Property prices in the region are very fair when compared to other regions like Catalonia and Valencia. The main purposes of buying real estate here are for investment, renting, or residence, and the most popular places to buy are Malaga, Sevilla, and Almeria. The median home listing price in the region, according to Spain's local realtor website, is $95,000, but in the end, it all depends upon the location. On the downside, property transfer tax in this part of Europe, they're quite high. As of today, it's around 7%, regardless of the sale value of the property. Furthermore, it's recommended to hire an independent lawyer before buying, especially if you're investing to obtain permanent residency or golden visa. Number 6. Puglia, Italy. Puglia is a very distinctive bit of Italy. It stands out on the map, creating the high heel of the Italian boot. Moreover, it has the longest coastline of any mainland Italian region. The sea is never far away, and the bright Mediterranean light bounces off Puglia's many whitewashed cubic buildings to give the region the feeling of a Greek island. Its rolling countryside and pristine beaches are just a few of the reasons to invest in property. The region's ancient towns and seaside resorts coexist with the landscape of olive groves, vineyards, and rolling hills. Many foreign buyers have bought property near the vicinity of the capital city, Bari, as it is the hub of the region's public transport and the place to make most connections. The median home listing price in the region is estimated to be around $85,000. However, there are many small rustic old homes available further inland that can be had for under $50,000. On the flip side, unlike many of the places we cover, English is not widely spoken in Italy, and basic knowledge of Italian is a must for those choosing to buy property to live or retire here. Number 5. Sicily, Italy. Another region of Italy, Sicily has that sleepy, authentic feel. It's the largest and one of the most densely populated islands in the Mediterranean Sea. It offers a traditional Italian experience, complete with medieval hilltop towns and incredibly cheap properties. In the past, people used to avoid buying property here, but nowadays the travel connections with the mainland and safety index are improving, so the numbers of those interested in property investment are growing. The median home listing price in the region is around $75,000, but if you're after luxury, there are some exceptional houses in southern Sicily that can set you back $300,000. In addition, small stone houses in villages, almost all of which require extensive renovation, can be picked up for a mere £5,000 to £30,000. On the downside, the buying costs associated with purchasing in Sicily are high. Factor in at least 10% on top of the sales price just for taxes and fees. Number 4. Alentejo, Portugal. The Alentejo, a region in southern Portugal, covers a huge area of around a third of the country, stretching south from the Rio Tejo to the northern mountain ranges of the Algarve. It's long been overlooked as a region to invest or move, but rising house prices and over-tourism in the Algarve have put it on the map. Plus, it's not that different from the Algarve as it's blessed with warm weather, a laid-back atmosphere, and it also has a beautiful rugged coastline with some of the nicest beaches and cliff-top walks in Portugal. Its capital city of Évora has the best real estate market in the region right now, as more and more people are moving to the city to avoid the hefty cost of living in cities like Lisbon and Porto. The region also offers great options such as a rural farm. The options run from a decent little house in a village to a more luxury farm set in the middle of fields. Overall, the median home price in the region is $75,000. Number 3. Vojvodina, Serbia. Vojvodina is an autonomous province that occupies the northernmost part of Serbia. It is also bordered by Croatia to the west, Hungary to the north, and Romania to the east. There are also beautiful lakes, awesome markets, charming villages, and delicious food in this region. Apart from that, properties in almost all parts of this region are quite affordable, be it the city of Novi Sad or its rural areas. One can easily get a 4-bedroom apartment for as little as $75,000 in Novi Sad, and if you want something a little bit bigger, you can get a freestanding home for as cheap as $80,000. All things considered, one can get houses that would be considered luxury houses elsewhere for next to nothing. Number 2. Varna, Bulgaria. Varna, situated next to the coastal resorts of Golden Sands and east of Sofia, is the biggest city of the Bulgarian Black Sea coast and at 11 kilometers long follows the curves of the Bay of Varna. Those who purchase property in Varna are attracted by the city's beaches, gardens, and vineyards, groves, and lakes. Unlike conventional city properties, property in Varna is mostly country houses with small farms, or properties along the beach resorts of Varna, making property in Varna ideal for you if you want the facilities and amenities of a city without the hustle and bustle of city living. The average median listing price of this city is $70,000. Number 1. Sarandë, Albania. The southernmost corner of Albania is the Ionian oasis of Sarandë. It's directly across from the Greek island of Corfu with a daily ferry service from Sarandë's international port. In the last 3 years, many foreign nationals have invested in its real estate, especially condos. The median home listing price here is $55,000, but one can get a fancy 2-bedroom condo for just under $70,000 in the city center. And for those who enjoy tranquility, there's a lot of vacant land available in the outermost parts of the city. All things considered, there are plenty of places to invest here, which are springing up in developments and which should provide good rental incomes in season.